Hello everybody, Dan Heelan here from Heelan Associates, and these are my top 10 traits to look for when hiring an accountant. Number 1, do you get on with them? Are you comfy talking to them? This is really important. As an accountant, it's super important for me that the people talking to me are open and feel comfortable sharing with me their details, their personal finances, everything else. This is really important to get the maximum benefit from our services. You should also look at whether they're excited by what you do. I know personally, everybody I deal with, are they positive? Are they excited by what I do? And for me, that's really important. Point number 2, are they accountable? It might shock you to realise you don't actually need any qualifications to call yourself an accountant. And as a result, this is a problem in our profession. Always ask, always look for, are they a member of a professional body? Accountancy qualifications range massively, and realistically, unless you are turning over, say, £10 million, 50 odd staff, that kind of reasonable sized business, it really doesn't matter. What matters most is, do they seem knowledgeable and are they part of an accounting body? The reason you want them to be is if they do let you down and they fall short of the standards expected by people in our profession, you can complain to their body, they can be struck off, they can be fined, and action will be taken, and that is super important. Hopefully you'll never have that problem. Trait number 3, do they seem to understand business in general? This is something that's really important. You're going to be asking somebody, especially if you're a business, to look at your business affairs, and you want them as a result to really understand business. Have a look at their business. What's their website look like? What does their marketing look like? How was the response handled the first time you talked to them? Do they seem successful? Have they got a successful business themselves? All these things are really important when looking at speaking to somebody, because you want them to add that bit of commercial sense to the numbers that they're talking to you about. Even if they haven't worked and have their own business, which many accountants do, have they worked closely with somebody that does? Are they a left-hand man to somebody that's grown a business? Are they entrepreneurial? All these kind of things are really important if that's you and that's what you want from your accountant. Trait number 4, are they knowledgeable and up to date? In our industry, this is absolutely critical for you using an accountant. The reason being is that tax law changes daily based on what happens in the courts. The person you're dealing with should be able to answer all the questions that you need, or with time can get you the answer. As you can imagine, the tax law is massive. It's currently 22,000 pages. Onward, each year more gets added to it. So whilst they might not know instantly the answer to your question, they should be able to confidently go and find that for you. So make sure you're comfy, that they keep up to date. You could even ask a few probing questions about what they do, how many conferences they attend, what do they do. If they're part of a professional body, you do have a degree of certainty, because in order for them to remain part of that body, they have to do continued professional development, and that means putting in hours of training and signing off that they've done it. Trait number 5, what services do they offer? Right now, you might just be starting out in business and you might just need them to do your tax return once a year. That's great, but if you've got any ambitions for growth, you need to understand, can the accountant grow with you? Do they have the services you might need? Bookkeeping is a massive one of those. Do they carry it in-house? Is it done abroad? All these things can really impact on the service that you might be providing, so make sure that you really look at what services they do. Can they help you with management accounting data, so accounting updates? Can they help you with tax? Can they help you with construction industry? All these things are really important for you moving forward and building this relationship. Yes, moving accountants is not difficult, but if you get the right one at the start, you just will not need to move. Trait number 6, how often could they update you? Technology is an amazing thing at the moment, and if your accountant is up to date with it and uses the right technology, you really could get real-time data or near real-time, and that's really important if you want to grow and you need your handle on your figures. Make sure the accountant is using tech. Ask them how they would do it. How often could they do it? Could they do it monthly? Could they do it weekly? And the answer to that question, you'd hope, is yes, I can, and this is how we'd achieve it. Point 7, do they have experience in your industry? Now, this isn't critical, but it is a real added bonus if they do. If you're in the motor trade and they deal a lot with motor trade, their knowledge of your industry, your business model and everything else can really help support and add value to your business through the relationship you have with them. So definitely ask if they work with other businesses in your sector. Trait number 8. What are you getting for your money? Really important to look at the quality of the overall service and what is included in the money you might be paying them. So you can have an accountant, for example, who's charging £300 for what appears to be the same thing as the one around the corner who's charging £1,200. Inevitably, they're not the same service. So you should be asking questions along the lines of, for example, is it just the tax return? Are there accounts that go with it that show you the breakdown of how they've come to it? Will they give you data if you need it for a mortgage? If HM Revenue and Customs come and look at it, will they cover the fees to defend you and show them the information on your behalf? Is bookkeeping included? If you're a limited company, is your personal tax return included in that? Is the registered office fee included? Is your company's house return included? Is the £13 fee they have to pay included? Is software included if they use tech? All these different things are massively important to really drill down to what you are getting. And then of course on top of that, what service are you getting? Can you speak to them? We massively believe here that customer service is the key and contact is the key. And that should be above anything else. The thing you're looking for is, can you get hold of them when you need to get hold of them for that critical advice? Trait number 9 follows on very nicely from what we just spoke about in number 8, and that's, can you get hold of them? The number one reason that we see clients looking to move accountants is that their accountant cannot be obtained. They can't speak to them, they can't phone them, they email them, it takes them 2 weeks to get back to them, they're on holiday. All these things are not acceptable. You're looking for a service and you're looking for it when you need it, and these are really important things to look for. So the type of things I would be looking for is, do they have an office? Can you go there? Can you speak to them? Are they on social media? Do they use technology? Can you get them on WhatsApp? Do they have a team? What happens if they're on holiday? All these questions and things you should be looking for. What was the original response like when you approached them about the initial meeting? Was it good? Did they do it in a timely manner? All these things can really be indicators of the kind of service you're going to receive. And more than anything, this is the one trait I would really spend some time deciding if the accountant's right for you and is the service going to be good. Point 10, what else do they offer except for accountancy? Now you might think, well, they're an accountant, why does that matter? Well, value added things always matter, doesn't matter what you do. And I think that the key is, do they write articles that inform you? Do they keep you up to date? Do they run events to help your business along? Do they have a great professional network? Can they refer business? Can they refer a professional contact that might benefit your business? All these things are very important and really should be utilised with a good accountant. So you might be watching this and thinking, well, I've got an accountant and he doesn't do half these things. And if that's the case, please give me or my team a call and see how we rack up against these. I guarantee you it's pretty well.